If you're thinking about studying for the Project Management Professional or PMP exam, or you're currently studying for it, in this video I will share with you some tips, resources that you can use to help you study better and pass the exam. My name is Colleen Roberts and I'm a personal and executive coach, and I help women in career transition to achieve their goals by providing tips and tools to help them with achieving success. If that is you, please feel free to subscribe to this channel so that you can stay up to date with my videos as I post them. So, I recently prepared for and took the PMP exam and I passed, thank God. It was not an easy process. It's a tough exam. It took a lot of effort. It took a lot of my time, but I'm so glad that I am finally done with it. Now, just to give a backstory, how did I get involved in the PMP? Well, I met a really good friend at my last job who was a PMP, and she was so excellent at project management that she really inspired me to look more into it. I was really interested in the way she ran projects, and I was really interested in what project management entails. So I decided to study for it and to actually attempt the certification. And I didn't know how much it takes to really do this. It's pretty intense. It's a lot of work. Let's put it that way. It's a lot of concepts to learn. It's a lot of processes to understand. But despite that, I was able to get some resources that were very helpful for me. And I thought that, there may be someone out there who needs some help with studying for it, who needs to know what resources they could use. So that's why I decided to make this video. So I'll get right into it. So the first resource that I used was from a man by the name of Ramdayal. Now, he's one of the most popular PMP teachers out there. And the first thing I did is, it's going to be backwards, but I got his book, PMP Exam Prep Simplified. And this book is pretty comprehensive. It covers the PMP exam. And the thing with this book is when you buy this book, you also get 6 months access to his e-learning course. And the e-learning course not only contains a digital copy of this book, but it also contains videos of him teaching the concepts. And he actually goes into more detail in the videos in the e-learning course than in the book. So when you buy this book, you get access to that course. So it's a pretty good deal. Now, you could also get access to the course without buying the book by going to his Udemy page. You could buy the course there. So you could do either or. Both of them are helpful. If you're someone who prefers print and you prefer to read from a physical copy, then get the book and just have the online course as a backup. But if you don't really care for a book and you could just go along with the online course, then get that. That was super helpful for me because his videos were pretty comprehensive as well. So I was able to learn a lot from just watching them and doing the quizzes and the exam on his online course. So that's resource number 1. Also from Andrew, he has a YouTube page. And on his YouTube page, he has 2 really good videos. One of them is an 200 ultra hard PMP questions. That video is super helpful because it helps you to practice the questions before going into the exam. So I would recommend viewing that video from his page, and I will link all of these things in the description in this video. He also has a video on the mindset, PMP mindset. That video is a game changer. That's what really helped me to get into the groove with the PMP questions. That video helps you to now think like a project manager. So those 2 videos I strongly recommend from his channel. So Andrew is a good resource. Another thing about Andrew is if you like his teaching style, and you have the finances that can cover it, he also offers live classes, coaching classes. I didn't do any of that, but that can be an asset as well. If you want to meet with him live, that could be helpful as well. So he also offers those. So Andrew is resource number one, very comprehensive. He knows his stuff. Most of what's out there for PMP, I understand it's actually originated with him. So I don't think you could go wrong with his information. The second resource I used was the PMI Study Hall, and this comes from the Project Management Institute's website. This is a paid product. Now, the study hall, I consider it PMP light. Now, why I say that is because I did Andrew's online course and read his book, and that was so comprehensive. All I really used the study hall for was to do the exam and quizzes, the practice exam and the practice quizzes, to kind of get my reps in. It kind of helped me to get used to answering the PMP questions and get used to taking the exam. So that was helpful in that aspect. They also have other things in the PMI Study Hall. They have games, other ways of learning. So check it out. It's a paid product though. So if you're willing to pay for it, it can help as well. Right? So that's from PMI themselves. The third resource that I use, and I regret not using this resource earlier. I only started using it near the end before my exam, and that's another teacher on YouTube by the name of David McLachlan. He's really good as well. He has a lot of videos on how to take the test. But what I really, really loved about David is that he has a way of breaking down the questions and the answers and using analogies and ways to help you remember them. That really helped me from David. So he makes it a little easier for you to remember when you go into the exam. So he's another great resource, and I really wish I had used him earlier on in my studying. So those are three resources that I use to study for the PMP. There are other resources out there. Another place that you can go to find resources is Reddit. There's, just search PMP on Reddit. You'll find pages there where people share their experiences as well. Okay, so those are resources. I want to share a couple tips for preparing for the exams and being successful in it. The number one tip is find a partner. Don't try to do it alone. That was what really helped me. I studied for the exam with two of my best friends, and that was the best part about studying for the exam. And I'm serious about that. I actually was motivated because I knew I was going to meet them for a study session. We met every week for about, I think it was probably for about 4 months preparing for the exam. And we met for about an hour and a half every week, and we went over the concepts. And we did practice questions, we looked at videos, and it was very motivating having someone there that was also studying with you. It was motivating, and we also held each other accountable. We would give each other homework to do when we weren't meeting, and we actually did it. And like I said, it was motivating to meet with my friends to do this every week. That's what actually kept me going, because this process was not an easy one. There were many times during the 4.5 months that I studied for this exam where I said to myself, why are you doing this? It was pretty tough, but having someone else along the journey with me was super helpful. So I would suggest to you, find a partner. Now, I was lucky enough to have two friends that were also studying, but you may not have someone in your area or your family or your friend circle that may be studying for the PMP. If not, that's okay. Andrew also has a community on Skool, Skool, and I'll link it in the description. In that community, you can find other people who are preparing for the exam that you can partner with. Also, the Project Management Institute, PMI, they have local chapters in different parts of the world. So you can join your local chapter and there will be people there who are preparing for the exam. For example, I'm in New York City, and in the New York City chapter, there were people preparing for the exam. If I didn't already have a study partner, I would have checked there to see if someone else may want to join with me. So find a partner. It truly, truly helps. It keeps you motivated and it keeps you accountable. It keeps you consistent. So that is my main tool. So I hope these helped. I shared with you some resources and the tools, tips and tools that I used to get through the process of studying for this exam. And I'm glad that I actually made it through to the end. It was not a easy process, but it was worth it. I learned a lot about myself during this process. I learned a lot about studying during this process. And most of all, I learned a lot about project management. That was the goal and I achieved it. So thank you for sticking along with this video. And I want to remind you, if you're a woman in career transition and you need that support, you need some motivation on your journey, subscribe to this channel, follow me on social media. I will be posting more now that I'm finished with my exam. And I'm looking forward to meeting all of you and interacting with you. So see you in the next video.